People think Loren Gray's skin is luck, or genetics, or just good lighting, but the truth, her glow started with a moment almost nobody knows, a mistake so subtle, so ordinary, so easy to fall into. It nearly destroyed her skin entirely. There was a time when Loren believed the same thing many people still do: more products equals better skin, more steps, more serums, more acids, more trending must-haves. She wasn't following a routine, she was chasing hope. One bottle, one routine, one miracle TikTok at a time, until her skin responded not with glow, but with chaos. Dry one day, oily the next, red patches flaring across her cheeks, makeup sliding off her face. No matter what she tried, her bathroom shelf became a battlefield of bottles and her skin was losing the war. Then something happened, not dramatic, but impossible to ignore. One night after a long shoot, she wiped off her makeup and stared at her reflection, not the influencer, not the performer, not the girl the internet sees, just Loren, and she didn't look physically tired, she looked emotionally tired. Her skin wasn't damaged, it was overwhelmed. She realized something she'd ignored for years. She didn't have a skincare routine, she had a skincare problem. So she did something no one expected, especially from someone in beauty. She stopped completely cold turkey. No serums, no acids, no toners. No holy grails, just a gentle cleanser, a simple moisturizer, hydration, and patience. A tea first. She felt relieved, but then the micro-conflict hit hard. On day 2, a breakout appeared, the kind that makes anyone panic. Her skin looked dull, flat, almost lifeless. She hovered over her basket of products, tempted to rebuild the same overloaded routine. But something in her stopped. Deep down, she knew her skin wasn't reacting, it was detoxing. By day 4, everything shifted. The redness softened, the texture smoothed, her oil balance finally evened out. For the first time in years, her barrier woke up like it had been asleep. Her skin wasn't broken. It was overwhelmed. And here's the part that hits the viewer hardest. If you've ever overloaded your skin with products, being one of them would fix everything. You already understand why secret number 1 matters. Loren's glow didn't come from adding more. It came from removing what hurt her. She simplified, she reset, she gave her skin room to breathe, and it finally did. But secret number 2 is even stranger because it wasn't something she applied. It was something she did with her face every single morning without even realizing it. People think skincare is all about products, what you apply, how you layer, what brands you use, but Loren Gray's second secret had nothing to do with skincare bottles. It was something she did with her face every single morning, without even realizing it, and once she stopped doing it, her skin changed faster than it ever did with serums. It started during a routine appointment, when her dermatologist suddenly paused, looked at her, and asked something she wasn't prepared for. "Do you frown in the morning?" Loren laughed at first. Frown? Before life even starts? But then the doctor explained something she had never considered. Most people wake up with stress on their face before they even open their eyes, jaw clenched, forehead tight, brows pulled in, eyes squeezed shut. Your body might be resting, but your face is bracing for impact, and that tension doesn't just live in your muscles, it shows up on your skin, micro lines, morning, swelling, circulation problems that dull the complexion, tension that blocks product absorption. Loren didn't believe it until the doctor pulled up old footage from a morning shoot. There it was, her brows pulled tight, her jaw locked, her whole expression winding itself into stress. Before the day even began, her skin wasn't dull, it was tense. So secret number 2 wasn't a product. It was a practice. Every morning, before touching her skincare, she stood in front of the mirror and did something that felt strange at first. She relaxed her face on purpose. She softened her jaw, lifted her brow slightly, released her tongue from the roof of her mouth, loosened her forehead, opened her eyes slowly. Not with a snap, 10 seconds that's it, but the impact was shocking. At first, the micro-conflict kicked in. It felt silly, like pretending to meditate at M. Half awake, half confused, she wondered, how can this tiny thing possibly change my skin? But by week 3, something undeniable happened. Her morning puffiness reduced, her tired eyes stopped swelling, her forehead creases softened, her expression looked naturally lifted, and her skincare began absorbing better because her face wasn't clenched against it. Her dermatologist explained it simply. Relaxed muscles equals better circulation equals better glow. She wasn't changing her products, she was changing the canvas. And here's the viewer mirror moment. If you wake up with your jaw tightened, your brows pulled in, your skin feels that stress buffer your mind ever notices it. Loren Gray's glow didn't start with products, it started with releasing tension from the face she carried into each morning. But secret number 3 was even more unexpected, because it wasn't about her face at all. It was about something she stopped doing with her hands, a habit that instantly changed her skin texture. People think breakouts come from makeup, diet, or hormones, but Loren Gray's third secret wasn't in her products, or her routine, or even her environment. It was in her hands, and what she stopped doing changed her skin texture faster than any serum she ever tried. The truth revealed itself one afternoon during a no-makeup livestream. A fan suddenly typed, "Why do you keep touching your face?" Loren froze. She hadn't realized it. Her fingers brushing her jaw, her chin resting in her palm, her nails lightly tracing her cheek. Whenever she paused to think, it wasn't vanity. It wasn't insecurity. It was instinct, comfort, an unconscious response to boredom, anxiety, or distraction. She started paying attention, and what she noticed shocked her. She touched her face when she was thinking, when she was anxious, when she was distracted, when she checked her phone, editing videos, doing interviews, during calls, watching TV. She counted. For 1 hour, she touched her face 27 times. That number didn't just surprise her, it embarrassed her. 27 moments where oil, dirt, sweat, and bacteria transferred straight onto her skin, and tiny bursts of pressure irritated her barrier without her even noticing. Her dermatologist later confirmed it bluntly. Your hands are the biggest thing irritating your skin, not your products, your hands. It wasn't harsh. It was true. That's when the micro-conflict began. The next day, she tried not to touch her face, but the habit was deep, almost emotional. Her fingers twitched toward her jaw, her palm drifted toward her cheek, her hand lifted halfway, then froze in mid-air before she forced it back down. Every time she caught herself, she felt a mix of shame and frustration. Breaking the habit felt harder than changing her entire skincare routine. So she made a new rule. Hands off the face, every hour, every day. No exceptions. And she treated it like a promise, not just to her skin, but to herself. At first it was awkward, like relearning how to exist in her own body, but by day 7, the transformation was undeniable. The redness around her cheeks softened, the jawline bumps calmed down, her overall texture smoothed out. Even her acne healed faster because she wasn't irritating the same areas repeatedly. Her dermatologist explained it clearly. Hands carry bacteria, pressure causes micro-inflammation, touching spreads irritation, constant contact interrupts the healing process over and over again. Stopping that one habit is like removing a silent attack on your skin that most people never notice. And here's the viewer mirror moment. If you've ever rested your chin on your hand, picked at a spot, rubbed your forehead, or touched your face without realizing, you already know why secret number 3 changed everything. Loren's glow didn't come from perfection. It came from discipline in the quiet moments when nobody is watching. But secret number 4 was even more shocking because it wasn't about her hands or her face. It was a quiet nightly ritual that changed her skin while she slept. People think glowing skin is made in the mornings with serums, cleansers, routines, and sunlight, but Loren Gray discovered something different. Her real transformation didn't start at sunrise. It started at night in the quiet, lonely hours when your mind slows down and your skin finally has a chance to repair itself. And secret number 4 was a ritual so simple, so easily overlooked, that she didn't realize how much it was hurting her skin until the moment she changed it. For years, Loren ended her days the same way: scrolling, notifications, bright screens, late-night planning, endless mental noise. Even when her body was exhausted, her mind wasn't. She'd lie in bed with her phone inches from her face, the blue light glowing across her skin, her eyes burning, her jaw clenched from tension, her brain fighting to stay alert. Her dermatologist once told her, "Your skin can only heal when your nervous system is calm," but nothing about Loren's nights was calm. The turning point came one night when she caught her reflection unexpectedly in her dark phone screen. Her eyes looked swollen, her face looked tight, her skin looked drained, as if the day hadn't ended at all. That was the moment it hit her. She wasn't giving her skin rest, she was giving it constant stimulation: blue light, stress hormones, facial tension, mental overload. Her glow wasn't fading. It was suffocating. So she made a decision that felt almost impossible at first. 1 hour before bed, no screens. No scrolling. No doom scrolling. No checking. No one last look. At first, the micro-conflict was immediate. Her fingers twitched to check messages. Her mind reached for distraction. Silence felt uncomfortable, as if she was missing something important. Her room felt too quiet, her thoughts too loud. But after a few nights, the shift was undeniable. Her breath slowed, her jaw relaxed, her shoulders dropped, her thoughts softened instead of spiraling. And her skin, her morning puffiness disappeared, her eyes looked brighter, her overall tone evened out, her nighttime dryness stopped, her barrier healed faster because her body wasn't stuck in stress mode. Her dermatologist explained why. Stress elevates cortisol. Cortisol weakens the skin barrier. Blue light suppresses melatonin. Low melatonin reduces skin repair. By removing screens, she wasn't just changing a habit, she was changing her biology. And here's the viewer mirror moment. If you've ever fallen asleep scrolling or opened your eyes to a notification, your skin has felt that stress long before you noticed it. Glow isn't just a product. Glow is peace. Glow is rest. Glow is learning to disconnect so your skin can reconnect. Loren's skin didn't heal from skincare. It healed from silence. But secret number 5 wasn't about rest at all. It was about a controversial ingredient she avoided for years, until one shocking moment changed her mind completely.
People think every influencer loves experimenting with skincare. New formulas, new products, new ingredients. But there was one ingredient Loren Gray avoided for years. Not because of a bad experience, not because of allergies, not because it didn't work, but because she was afraid of it. And that fear was holding her skin back more than she ever realized. The story started years ago when she overheard people online saying, "Retinol ruins your skin. It makes you peel. It thins the skin. It makes things worse before better." She was young. Her skin was sensitive. She didn't want to risk anything, so she made a rule early on. No retinol. Ever. Even when dermatologists recommended it. Even when friends swore by it. Even when professionals insisted it was safe when used correctly. She still said no. To her, retinol wasn't skincare. It was a threat. But everything changed one evening during a consultation with a new dermatologist. He studied her skin quietly, looked her in the eyes, and said something she never expected. "You're afraid of the wrong thing." She blinked. "What do you mean?" The doctor explained. Retinol doesn't destroy your skin. It destroys the problems underneath it. Fine lines, texture, clogged pores, dark spots, old damage hidden beneath the surface. And the micro-conflict hit her hard. She wasn't avoiding damage. She was avoiding progress. Still, she hesitated. She held the sample bottle that night as if it were something dangerous. Her mind replayed horror stories: peeling, redness, sensitivity, dryness. Her fingers lingered over the cap for a full minute. Then finally, she applied less than a pea-sized amount. A whisper of product, barely enough to see. And even that tiny risk felt huge. The first week was rough. A little peeling, a little redness, a little sensitivity. Nothing extreme, just her barrier adjusting. But emotionally, she panicked. What if this was a mistake? What if I ruined my skin? What if I should have stayed safe? The fear felt real. But by week 3, everything changed. Her texture smoothed, her pores looked tighter, old acne marks faded, her forehead looked clearer, her skin tone evened out. Makeup sat better, smoother, softer, more natural. For the first time, she understood the truth. She wasn't protecting her skin by avoiding retinol. She was holding it back. Her dermatologist summed it up perfectly. Retinol doesn't make your skin thinner. It makes your skin younger. And here's the viewer mirror moment. If you've ever been afraid of trying something new because of what other people said, you already understand secret number 5. Loren Gray didn't glow because retinol was magic. She glowed because she finally stopped letting fear make skincare decisions for her. But secret number 6 wasn't about products at all. It was about a shocking emotional habit that affected her skin more than any ingredient ever could. Routines, products, ingredients, and surface-level habits. But Loren Gray learned the hard way that the biggest damage to her skin didn't come from what she touched, or what she applied, or what she avoided. It came from something deeper, quieter, hidden. An emotional habit that followed her from room to room without her ever noticing. And it was written all over her face. For months, Loren kept seeing the same thing in videos. Her jaw constantly tensed, her mouth pressed into a tight line, her brows subtly lowered. She didn't notice in real time. It was only when she reviewed content later, during edits, during live stream replays, during photo shoots, that she saw it clearly. She was clenching her jaw almost all day. Not because she was angry, not because she was stressed, but because her body had learned to live in defense mode. Clenching during filming, clenching while texting, clenching in traffic, clenching while thinking, clenching even while resting. Her dermatologist said one sentence that hit harder than anything in the entire consultation. Your jaw holds emotions your mouth never says. And suddenly, everything made sense. This emotional habit was causing tension around her chin, flare-ups around her jawline, stubborn acne that kept returning, redness along the lower cheeks, and even headaches she thought were unrelated. The micro-conflict came fast. Once she realized what she was doing, she couldn't unsee it. She caught herself clenching when answering messages, when reacting to stress, when rushing, when trying to stay calm in front of people. Each time she released her jaw, she felt a wave of emotion, as if her body had been holding something in. It wasn't just tension. It was fear, self-pressure, expectation, the weight of always needing to be on. She had carried those emotions in her face for years, so Loren created a new ritual. Not a skincare step, but an emotional one. Every time she noticed her jaw tighten, she stopped, closed her eyes, breathed out slowly, and let her jaw fall open for 3 seconds. It felt vulnerable at first, as if she was letting her guard down in a world that expected her to stay composed. But by doing it, she unlocked something extraordinary. Within weeks, her jawline breakouts decreased, her lower cheek redness faded, her headaches eased, her face looked softer, calmer, clearer. Her entire expression changed. She didn't look different. She looked unburdened. Her dermatologist explained why. Chronic clenching restricts blood flow. Restricted blood flow weakens the skin barrier. Weak barriers create irritation, breakout clusters, and inflammation. Her skin wasn't reacting to products. It was reacting to emotion. And here's the viewer mirror moment. If you've ever felt your jaw tighten when you're stressed, when you're pretending to be fine, or when you're trying to stay strong, your skin has felt it too. Loren didn't glow because of one product. She glowed because she finally stopped carrying emotional tension in her face without even realizing it. But secret number 7 is the most surprising of all, because it wasn't about her skin. It was about the one choice she made that transformed her confidence and changed her glow from the inside out. People think the final secret in a skincare journey is always a product, a routine, an ingredient, or a technique. But Loren Gray's 7th secret had nothing to do with skincare at all. In fact, it wasn't something she put on her face. It wasn't something she stopped doing. It wasn't something she avoided. It was a choice. A choice so personal, so unexpected, so deeply emotional. It didn't just change her skin. It changed the way she saw herself. For years, Loren lived inside a kind of pressure most people never experience. Look perfect. Sound perfect. Be perfect. All the time. Every post. Every video. Every photo. Every appearance. Every moment that the internet could replay forever. And even when she didn't show it, that pressure lived inside her. In her breath, in her posture, in her jaw, in her sleep, and especially in her skin. Her dermatologist once told her, "Your skin reflects the relationship you have with yourself." But for a long time, Loren didn't have a relationship with herself. She had a relationship with expectations. The breaking point came quietly. No cameras, no followers, no comments, no glam. Just her. It was late at night after a long day of filming. She sat on the edge of her bed, makeup removed, hair tied back, skin bare, and she didn't recognize the girl in the mirror. Not because she looked bad, not because she looked tired, but because she looked empty, drained by trying so hard to meet a standard she never chose. That was the moment it hit her. She wasn't doing skincare to care for herself. She was doing it to maintain an image. So she made a choice. A quiet, private one. To glow for herself, not for the internet. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't glamorous. It was honest. She stopped asking, "Do I look good enough?" and started asking, "How do I feel today?" That shift changed everything. The micro-conflict was real. There were days she felt insecure. Days she wanted to hide. Days she doubted the choice she'd made. But little by little, the pressure lifted. Her routine became peaceful. Her nights became calmer. Her mornings felt softer. Her jaw loosened. Her breathing steadied. Her energy returned. Her face looked alive again. Not filtered, not forced, not performed. And her glow? It didn't come from perfection. It came from presence. Her dermatologist explained it simply. Stress breaks the skin. Peace repairs it. Confidence transforms it. Loren's glow wasn't skincare. It was self-respect made visible. If you've ever cared more about how you look than how you feel, if you've ever chased an image instead of your peace, you already understand secret number 7. Glow doesn't start in the mirror. Glow starts in the mind that looks into it.